Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm coming at you with a fall/autumn inspired look. Although it's actually spring here in Australia, there's something about the fall season that is so romantic and attractive and appealing to me. I think what draws me to the fall/autumn season the most is the weather. It's just in that sweet spot, right in the middle where it's not too hot but not too cold. It's not too cloudy, it's not rainy, there's a nice light wintry breeze that's coming in. But with Australian weather, autumn this year has been a bit off. It's either too rainy or too summery, so I hope next year would be better. However, I also love autumn, fall because I get to lay up comfortable, warm clothes and also dive into darker, more exotic colors, so like maroons, burgundies, my oranges and yellows. So this look is going to be inspired by the vampy gothy colors that comes from fall or autumn. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and before we dive into this tutorial, please leave me a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's go into the tutorial. So I'm going to start with my eyes because there may be a little bit of fallout. A lot of the colors I'm going to be using are very dark and gothy and very like a lot of smoky colors. So the first color in this palette I'm going to be picking up is this shade right here called Relieve the Moon. It's a bone shade and I'm going to use this throughout my socket and on my lid as well, all the way up to my brow bone. Just pack it on there. I have primed my lids before. I used my primer from The Ordinary onto my lids like in my previous video. I find it actually really helps stick the eyeshadow onto it. And with these eyeshadow being, you know, not as pigmented, I kind of want the shadows to really stand out. Now the next color in this palette, I'm going to be dipping into Sweet Smell, which is going to be my transition shade. It's just this very medium toned brown. And I'm just gonna lightly dust it through my crease, or above my crease a little bit. Now to darken up this crease, I'm gonna go in with Ashes Await. It's a much deeper toned brown, and I'm only gonna get a little bit on the same brush and just nestle it even lower, even onto just part of my lid pretty much. And then slowly bring it through the crease. And then to make that blend seamlessly, I'm going back into Sweet Smell, which was the first shade, on a fluffier brush. And I'm just gonna hit that transition right there, just to soften out the line. And then on a smaller brush, I'm gonna go into Smoke Wishes, which is this color right here. Kind of matches my shirt, but it's a bit lighter. And I'm just gonna pack this just right next to that brown in the same little inner corner, but even a little bit lower. And then with the brush, just blend and diffuse that into that part of the eye, just to darken that. And just go back in as many times as you need to just deepen up this corner to your liking. And then whatever's left, just pull it through the crease. So with this Maybelline palette, I'm going to go into this shade right here, this purpley shade. It is, you know, the recommendation at the back says that you should use it in your crease. But I'm going to use this all over my lids. I just want to see how pigmented it is first. Get my finger in there. It's not so pigmented. I think I may not use that. I'm gonna go into my Venus palette and I will pick up the shade Mousse, which it looks so much brighter on camera as a red, but it's actually more of a oxblood kind of burgundy color. It's not really maroon, but it does have a little bit of more of this kind of color on it, in it. So I'm gonna put this all over the lid and really like pack it on. So I'm gonna go in with a pretty dense brush. I'm just gonna go in with the dense brush that I used to pack on my first base shade, and use the other side and go into that shade and just pack it all over my lid. This is why I did the eyes first, because these shadows do have quite a bit of fallout. But I do really want to build up this intensity of this shadow. And then with this fluffy brush, I'm going to go back into a mixture of Sweet Smell and Ashes Awake. Just dip it in and out. Get rid of the excess, and then just start blending this line. I'm going to go into a bigger fluffy brush, and without any product on it, I'm just going to blend this all in together. Just to blend out these lines. For under eye, I'm going to go into Sweet Smell and just divvy that under my eyes. This one could go pretty much everywhere. And then into Ashes Awake, which is the darker brown. I'm going to put this really close to my lash line. And stop before I hit my inner corner. And with the blending brush that I used before, the one that I used to kind of blend everything all together, it still has a bit of the pinkish pigment on it. And I'm going to use this to kind of lightly diffuse this line, but also add a little bit of this pinkiness just around the edges. Now on top of this red, I'm going to be pressing on this Australis Metallics eyeshadow, and it's in Midnight Foil, so it's this kind of blackish bluey color. And I'm going to get a very stiff flat brush, and I'm just going to press this onto the lower half of my eye, but still keep the pink transition at the top. So this is more onto my eyelids instead of going up into my crease. And using my finger, I'm just gonna blend the edges because the brush is not gonna do it. And then with the blending brush, I'm just gonna dip lightly into Mousse and just blend this bottom out. And I like to bring my lower eyeshadow pretty low because it covers up all the folds that's around my eyes. So with this look pretty much done for now, I'm gonna go off camera and put mascara and lashes on, and I'll be right back. So lashes are now on, and these lashes are by Lash Warriors, and they're in the style A03, which is the Alex lash. I love these lashes because they give me the effect of having like eyelash extensions put in. They aren't very fluffy, but they aren't very spidery either, so they're in that nice niche in between. And I really love how these lashes look. So now we can finally start our base. I'm just gonna prime with the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go. This is a primer and a setting spray all in one. And with this look, I'm gonna go for a medium coverage. I don't want to do anything too heavy. So I have my IT Cosmetics CC cream, which I love so much. And I'm just gonna put it straight onto my beauty blender, 2 pumps, and use this to divide it around my face. So at this stage in your makeup application, you move on to concealer. I don't conceal under my eyes necessarily because I don't have any dark circles under my eyes, so I kind of find it pointless for me. But if you have really dark circles under your eyes or any blemishes you want to further conceal, then go ahead and do that. I like to kind of show off some blemishes on my skin, so I don't do the concealing step. Before I go on with contour, I just want to talk about how these lashes are really long, and so they're very customizable to your eyes. If you have really big eyes, then you can definitely use the whole lash, but if you have small eyes like me, then you can customize them really easily. Just cut off how much you need. I cut off about 4 little knots on pretty much all the lash that I got from Lash Warriors because they come really long. And I save these little end bits. If I wanted to add extra drama to my eyes, I'll put them in my outer corners and add that kind of add that thickness and cat eye kind of effect to my outer corner. I'm just contouring with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, nothing new about that. I am trying out this Morphe brush. I don't know what number it is because it came in a set, but I'm actually kind of liking it for contouring. Usually I use more of a dome shape, but for contouring, this one is an angle and it's much fluffier, so I think it disperses the product much nicer onto my skin. Just around the hairline, shape of this big forehead. Now that I contoured, I'm gonna move on to highlighting. As of right now, I'm really in love with the Zoeva Winter Strobe Spectrum. This palette has these 4 kooky, playful colors that I'm just really enjoying. The tone of the highlight is not as pigmented as, like, let's say the Jeffree Star Skin Frost, but it does leave a nice shimmery cast on your face with a hint of color. So I'm really enjoying that. I wish I had all the palettes with me because they have the summer, spring, and I think there's an autumn one as well because it's named after the seasons. I think I'm gonna mix this purple and this pink together as my highlight so I can get kind of a uniform look with this color scheme. I'm gonna use this dense kind of brush here, and before I put this on my skin, I'm gonna spray this setting spray onto my face where I'm gonna highlight, and I'm just gonna mix these 2 colors together and just, you build up the intensity to how you like. It's not very strong, so it kind of, when it kind of blends in, it kind of gives more of a whitish cast than actually a color. That's why I focused the purple a little bit more down here on my cheeks, because that's much more stronger in color, and then put the pink more onto my forehead. Down the middle of my nose. I haven't contoured my nose yet, but I just want to highlight it first above my brows and my cheeks, a little on my chin. Never hurts anyone. And then I'll go in with my beauty blender to diffuse these edges. And when it's more concentrated into like this section here, you can kind of see the purple a bit more than you do when it's spread out all over the face. For eyebrows, I'm just gonna put in brow gel and then see how much I need to fill it in. I'm pressing this more into my skin so I get kind of a stain in there, as well as using it to direct the hairs. Got a little baby right here. Using an angle brow, using a brow brush, I'm just using the brow gel to finesse my tail. For lips, I'm gonna go with MAC Cosmetics, and this is their satin lipstick in Media. It is this deep, rich burgundy color. It's a bit more pinky in tone, so this will go really well with this look. So this here is the finished look. I know you guys are gonna judge me for my big lips, but I was trying out the Mary Greenwell's technique of putting lipstick on. She usually uses straight from the bullet, and then she tells her model to smack their lips, rub it all together so they can get to the most natural lip line. I did that and it went like twice over my top lip. I thankfully didn't really go over my bottom lip because my bottom lip are pretty big to begin with, big and juicy, but it went over my top lip, and I mean, I like it because it looks kind of nice and very, you know, like juicy looking and very pouty, but usually I don't actually fill my lips out this big. So if you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I have linked all my social media down below, and if you want to check me out on there, then definitely do that. And if you stay tuned for my next video, I'm going to be taking all this makeup off with a product that I have bought and I've been using for the past week. I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions on this product, and also compare it to my original way of taking my makeup off. And so yeah, stay tuned for that video.